everybody, and happy holidays. It is December 26th, so this is the day after Christmas. As always, as tradition, my family has always done what I got for Christmas. I think I've done it for years and years and years and years. And every year it is like the most highly requested video ever. So I'm going to be doing it this year. Two disclaimers. One, I have most of these links on my Instagram stories. I do have like a little highlight button with all my shop links. So all this stuff should be there, but I'll also drop them all in the description box below. Two, this is in no way meant to be a video about bragging. I just find more often than not people want ideas of things to shop for people for, and so they want these kind of videos. So this is purely a response to requests, and I genuinely am so grateful for everything that I got and everybody who got things for me. And also my birthday is tomorrow, so this is kind of like a birthday Christmas mashup. Here we go. Alright, to start off, I actually just mentioned this in my 20 questions for my 20th birthday video, but it was my biggest regret that I did not buy the Peppa the Pig Gucci 5 years ago when I saw it on the streets when I was visiting Kenya, and ever since then I have just been non-stop talking about it, and I've been super upset because you can't find it anywhere, right? It's like technically not Gucci, but also just like nowhere online. But Bailey ended up finding one, and she got this crew neck for me this year that I'm so excited about. I've been pretty much like wearing it non-stop. Everybody loves it. I've had so many requests for links, but I will not be sharing a link to that because I'm pretty sure it would download a bunch of viruses to your computer. So every year I love shoes so much, so I ask for at least one pair of shoes. This year I wanted to come back to my Texas roots, so I got some cowboy boots. I don't know if you guys remember what shoes Brooklyn wore to her wedding rehearsal dinner, but they looked a lot like these and I loved them so much. I couldn't find the exact pair, but these were really similar, so my mom got me these and I am so excited to wear them. Also, on the front of shoes, Brooklyn also has these shoes. I haven't been wearing a ton of Converse, but I recently have just been like totally way back in them, and I especially love the new platform ones that they have, so I've been wanting these shoes for quite a while. I'm super excited to finally get these, and these are just really basic, so I just got white, and they're kind of like waffle bottom, which is super fun. I'm a big Converse fan. Brooklyn and I used to grow up wearing them, and like those were the only shoes we would wear. We had white, the like classic white Converse, and we would not take them off ever. Like we wore them until they were destroyed. Brooklyn also got me a sibling gift, and all my sibling gifts this year were like really thoughtful. Brooklyn was pretty excited to give this one to me. She was wondering if I had something like it, which I didn't, and I've had a lot of fun with it, and that was a Suture Kit. For those of you that don't know, I'm applying to medical school, or trying to apply to medical school at least, depending on a few other things, next cycle. It's super exciting that it could be super close that I'd be in medical school. But yeah, I worked in the emergency room this summer and observed a lot of techniques, and it was really fun to actually practice them out. So it comes with a lot of really cool things. You get like this skin. You can see I've already done some sutures. If you're in the medical field, you can rate my sutures. That was my these are like my first tries. Comes with all the tools, like everything. This is pretty legit from what I saw in the ER. This looks pretty much identical to what they actually is. Now, if you've been watching these videos for years to come, you know that there's always something that we get every single year, and that is some form of a Martinelli drink and Life cereal. So of course, we stuck with that this year. And also my dad also gives us these See's Candy lollipops. We grew up on these. It was one of the things you could go into the See's Candy store and like you didn't actually have to buy anything other. I think the suckers were like 25 cents or 50 cents or something, but we would go in there and get samples and then buy suckers and eat them when we were at the mall. So my whole family loves those suckers. My dad also got me another thoughtful gift this year, which is funny because usually he gives us like dad joke gifts, and I feel like he didn't give a ton of those this year. So he got me these gloves that have like this really cool interior lining. I guess I should just open them. But they have like this really cool interior lining that's for photography. Which is really cool, so you can still grip your camera, and I'm really excited to use these, especially because it's super snowy in Utah right now. It's so cold. Got a few other miscellaneous things, like my dad has been really into dehydrating. Makes his own beef jerky. He is now making his own sourdough, like from scratch, and he has these things that he calls caramel or apple pie bites, and they're apples that he then like puts cinnamon, and I don't even know what else is on these things. My parents thought it was super funny because when we were in town the other day, all my parents like stuff in their closets like disappeared, like their bathroom closets and stuff like that, because of course when all the college kids come back we have to restock our closets. So my parents got us our own stock, and that comes with toothpaste, hand sanitizer, gum, deodorant, toothbrushes, all that kind of stuff. Also for our sibling gift exchange, Paisley made me this bracelet that I have on. It's pink and gray, and she made everybody in our family, she handmade these, a family book. I don't know if you can see, it says Kamri's family book, and she wrote like all the members of our family and like a timeline of everything. So it's got like when my parents got married, and then when everybody was born, and then when like everybody met their spouses, and then when dogs came in, and it's so cute. And she hand wrote like 10 of these, so it was super cute. My parents got all of us older kids with dogs new dog collars and like air tags and like kind of the things that you hook onto them for all of our dogs, which I am super excited to use. My mom has also been really into clean eating and things like that, which is great because it's also something I am very passionate about. As part of my gift, I got cutting boards that are great for you. This is a nice brand, it's called Green Life. The real trick is going to be, how am I flying this home? A whole pot and pan set. I think there's a set of 10 items in here, and these are like super clean, free of PFAs. I'm reading this, lead, and all those kind of bad things for you. I got this book about my great-grandma's life, which is really cool. It's from my grandma. I haven't read it yet, but it's kind of like just a lot of facts about her life, which is awesome. She used to play the viola, and when I was a kid, I played the violin because of my great-grandma, so yeah, I'm excited to read that book. And then the gift you guys can all see back here. I got a new set of suitcases. My actual suitcase is completely cracked down the middle. You know what's even funnier is I used it for like another 3 or 4 trips after the crack happened. I'm pumped to use this stuff, and especially it'll help me get all this stuff home, which is great. So yeah, there's a set of 3 in here. It's a Samsonite brand. You can tell I'm adulting because I'm excited about pots and pans and suitcases. All right, and my last big gift at least, was something I read a lot about and have been wanting to get for quite a while. It was kind of sold out everywhere. It is a new camera. I'll explain a little bit more about it, but here's the box. So this is the Fujifilm X100V, and the premise is that it is a digital film camera, which I know sounds crazy, and unless you've read a lot about it, you probably don't get it, because I've had a lot of people say they don't get it. But basically, it's like film, but you never have to get the film developed. So it's like digital, right? Where there's no actual film in here. It's a digital camera, but the way that you can set it makes it look just like film. And what's even cooler is there's kind of like presets in here that you can self-set. So there's all the settings that you would find in any editing software like Lightroom or Photoshop or anything like that. You can save it in the camera, which has amazing like hardware. It's awesome. And then shoot in those presets. So you never have to edit your photos, essentially. So it's kind of like an endless film camera, and there's a few different apps that have like weekly presets that they come out with, weekly films, and so you can just kind of add more and more, which I have been in love with. I shot with it all day yesterday. So far I am really liking it. I expect that these kind of blow up this year. I saw a lot of my major photographer friends get them this year, so you're probably gonna see these everywhere. It's so cool. And that is pretty much it for my what I got for Christmas 2022. Happy holidays. I hope everybody had a happy Christmas and any other holidays that y'all celebrate. I know sometimes the holidays can be kind of a sad time for people, so I'm sending all my love to everybody who needs some extra love this time of the year. And yeah, just remember, be grateful for everything you got regardless. I am super grateful again for everything that I got. All of it will be put to very good use. In a few years, you'll see a giant tear down the middle, that I bet. But a reminder, all of the links will be in the description box, at least all the things that can be linked. But I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.